Connecteam versus ClickUp. ClickUp was built for people sitting at desks with laptops open. Connecteam was built for frontline teams, the people who don't work in front of a computer. You can think of food and beverage, retail, healthcare, construction, field services, and more. The people who are on a job site, in a truck, or on the sales floor. Now, if you choose based on a feature list instead of a specific use case, you're gonna end up paying for software your team quietly ignores. So today, I'm gonna go through both tools and cover the core features like time tracking, scheduling, communication, and pricing. Now, before we dive in, I do have links to both tools below in the description for you to get started. If you get value from the video, it's a great way to support this channel at no additional cost to you. Now, let's quickly break down the core of each of these tools. Connecteam is an all-in-one employee management app built specifically for teams that don't sit at desks. It breaks down into 3 hubs: the Operations Hub, Communications Hub, and the HR and Skills Hub. So think of it this way: when it comes to your time clock, the schedule, the forms, the team chat, the onboarding and training courses, and the time off requests, all of it is gonna live in one app on your employee's phone. And that's why Connecteam is trusted by over 1.2 million managers and employees, with a 4.6 out of 5-star rating on Capterra based on over 4,800 user reviews. On the flip side, let's talk about ClickUp. ClickUp is a project and task management platform. It's built around tasks, docs, dashboards, chat, AI, which is all heavily customizable, built for teams that are sitting at desks. Now, let's break it down feature by feature, because if you're comparing these two, you're usually trying to answer the same handful of questions that we're about to cover. The first one is, can my team actually clock in and clock out? On Connecteam, an employee can clock in 3 ways. 1 tap on the app, a shared tablet running kiosk mode with a PIN or fingerprint, or by tapping an NFC tag you mount at the door. And you can even turn on GPS so every punch captures location. With geofences, employees can only clock in when they're actually on site, and that means no more buddy punching or time theft. It can also automatically clock employees out when they leave the site for the ones who forget. With Connecteam, you also get a live view of who's on the clock right now, as well as alerts for late and missed punches, and timesheets that flag their own inconsistencies before you approve them. On ClickUp, time tracking is built around tasks. So starting a timer takes several clicks and the task has to exist first. And the timer window on the screen is small enough that people forget to stop it. There's no GPS or geofencing at all because it was never trying to be a location-aware tool. So if your answer to where was the person at 7 a.m. needs to be better than they said they were there, go with Connecteam. Connecteam has a scheduler built in for shift work. You also can create templates you save and reuse, reoccurring shifts, duplication, shift swapping with approval, and shift notes attached to the shift itself. And as you build out schedules, you're gonna get error flagging and regulatory limits, so conflicts surface before you publish, as well as labor costs are visible while you're building it. Cross-schedule conflicts catches anyone double booked across locations or scheduled when they're not available. Then staff can confirm shifts so you know they saw it, and there's a live shareable schedule link. And if that wasn't enough already, the AI-powered scheduling can fill in the whole thing in 1 click based on your availability, roles, qualifications, and fairness. And you could attach tasks and forms to a shift, so the moment someone clocks in, they know exactly what to do and what to fill out before they leave. With ClickUp, it does have scheduling, but it's task scheduling. You assign work with a date, a time, and an estimate. And the workload view shows each person's capacity. Now, that's genuinely really good for planning project work. but there are no shift templates, no conflict alerts, and no shift swapping. So if what you need is to staff Tuesday morning across 2 locations and handle the situation where someone calls out at 6 a.m., ClickUp does not do that job. And it's not a lighter version of it. It just doesn't do it at all. Now, our third question is, will the hours make it to payroll without me manually having to move everything? Connecteam is going to allow you to set break rules by the shift length, block clock-ins that would trigger overtime you didn't authorize, and automatically clock someone out if they run into unapproved overtime anyway. Breaks are also deducted automatically when somebody forgets. And audit logs show who edited a timesheet and why. And you could lock approved days. And employees can sign off on their own hours before the payroll runs, which ends most disputes before they start. Hours are logged by job, client, project, or cost code, billable or not. Then it exports payroll ready as PDF or Excel, or pushes straight into Gusto, QuickBooks, Xero, Paycheck, or ADP. With ClickUp, it will track hours, leave, and keep audit trails, but it can't auto clock someone out of unapproved overtime. It can't handle breaks automatically, and it has no native payroll integrations. So every single payroll period, you're exporting a file and uploading it somewhere else by hand. Our fourth question, and this is where the gap is the widest. How do I actually reach people who don't check their email? ClickUp's communication lives inside project work, like task comments, chat links to tasks, docs, whiteboards, and ClickUp Brain pulling context mid-conversation. Now that's excellent if your team is already in the tool all day. But Connecteam is built on the opposite assumption, and that's that your team is not sitting in an office or in front of a computer. So inside of Connecteam, the updates feed is your announcements channel with read receipts and auto-translated into each employee's preferred language. And the chat lets you message one person, a whole team, or the entire company, with AI translation built in so nothing gets lost. And you also have a knowledge base that can hold all of your procedures, and an AI agent answering employee questions in chat based off of your knowledge base. And that means nobody's waiting on a manager or relying on endless phone calls. Plus a directory that includes clients and suppliers, surveys, and live polls. So if your team is multilingual or spread across sites, that translation layer alone is a completely different category of tool. Now you might be asking, what if I need real project management? This is a fair question, and here's my honest answer. If all you need is project management, ClickUp gives you way more. They include over 15 different views like Gantt charts, calendar, task dependencies, docs and whiteboards, deep automations, and custom dashboards, with 1,000+ integrations and ClickUp Brain. On the flip side, Connecteam has solid task management with subtasks, attachments, and due dates, but no Gantt charts and nothing close to that level of customization. So if you are running complex, multi-stage projects with a desk-based team, ClickUp is the better platform. But managing a field team takes more than project management. You can't schedule a crew with a Gantt chart, and a task dependency can't confirm that an employee arrived to the right job site on time. And Connecteam is built specifically for mobile teams, bringing scheduling, GPS time tracking, tasks, forms, communication, training, and everyday operations together into one app. Now, we've covered some core questions, but there's still one really important thing that we need to discuss: pricing. And this is where it stops being a debate. ClickUp charges per user per month for every user. The free plan is real, but then unlimited is $7 per user, and business is $12 per user, billed annually. On the flip side, Connecteam is a flat rate for your first 30 users, priced per hub, so you only pay for what you turn on. And it's free for under 10 users. Their basic plan starts at $29 a month, advanced is $49 a month, and expert is $99 a month. Now, one thing to go deeper on, with Connecteam, as I mentioned, it's priced per hub. So let's say you want the operations and the communications hub. That's $78 at 30 users. ClickUp Business at that same 30 people is gonna be at least $360 a month. That's over $3,300 more per year. Now, depending on your use case, you have a clear answer of which one is best for you. And if you're ready to get started with either, don't forget to use the links down below in the description. And you could try Connecteam for free for the first 14 days with no credit card required. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this video and you want more like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.